Hi, everybody, and welcome to Reed's Reads Spider-Man Crawl Space Edition. Check us out, the old SpidermanCrawlspace.com. Well, everybody, I'm here, of course, to review Amazing Spider-Man number 10, aka 904 and Legacy number, as Peter will be judged, good or down, from the Avengers versus X-Men versus Eternals Judgment Day crossover event with Zeb Wells still writing and artwork by Nick Gesterson. What will happen as Peter is faced by his greatest tragedy, Gwen Stacy, who actually doesn't talk most of the issues. So let's get right into the pros. First of all, it's actually a good flow story here. I do like that despite the fact that we've been dropping yet another crossover, this does actually help to do some of the things, the parts that have been going on with Peter's life and everything. We actually get a lot of answers into more of the mystery, that the fact that whatever happened with Mary Jane back when Beyond ended led to him actually doing something everybody told him not to do. And of course, who's the one person that helped him? Norman Osborn. And he even explains to the Gwen Stacy, I should say, avatar, because that's pretty much what it is, as the avatar follows around, exactly how much he loved her, and he lost somebody he was loved, and he couldn't go through that again. It actually leads to a really nice paced story. I also like the story beats around the issues. We see more about Randy and Janice's wedding, even though Randy and Janice don't really believe what's going on with the Judgment Day crossover, which is kind of ridiculous since everybody else is kind of being observed and judged as time has gone on. I also like the little bobs and weaves here as we get a little talk with Peter actually visiting everything, talking to J. Jonah Jameson, and them going through their various judgments. And it's actually nice to see May smile when we see Uncle Ben behind her, saying how she's getting some closure there, as well as everything that J. Jonah Jameson has done for all these people. He feels that he wants to be judged rightfully, and he's apologizing for all the stupid things he does, which Peter agrees, but he actually says, you know what, you were still a good person at heart, and you've actually done a lot of good things for your family, Jonah, but this didn't work out. It's a nice pace of story that works with everything and actually kind of keeps in it without the crossover doing everything, but it also kind of leads to the cons as we kind of find out more of what happened the last couple issues with Peter taking the deal with Norman Osborn, that he was the only one that was willing to help Peter. It also kind of throws in the whole story about how a lot of people always said that Gwen Stacy was always Peter's greatest love, that he failed even though he met with Mary Jane, and despite the over 20 or the 30 years of continuity, Spider-Girl and more stuff, that how much Mary Jane and Peter were meant to go together, that it actually kind of has a kind of a backhanded comment to a lot of those fans and everything. While we really understand, I do like the moment where actually as a gift, Peter actually gets to talk to Gwen to really say goodbye and everything. Is a really nice moment of the story. It really kind of detracts from it. Also, the work with Nick Gesterson is a little kind of hit and miss. He's kind of channeled a little bit of Tim Sale, God rest his soul, and a few other things which actually don't do too bad. And the artwork is good in some places, and some places it's a little ridiculous. It kind of looks a little too exaggerated. But like I said, he's channeling definitely some Tim Sale in the artwork. The story is actually pretty good, and while it does still kill the mystery, it does push a couple of the storylines and actually explain why Peter is doing with Norman, why Norman made the suit and offered Peter the job, and also kind of doing some storylines that are getting set up with Kamala Harris and her own miniseries and Judgment Day tie-in, as well as her upcoming role coming up in the upcoming Dark Web. It's actually not a bad story. So I'm actually going to give it a B. It actually moves the work and it deals with actually more emotional sense with all the cast of characters, from Aunt May to J. Jonah Jameson to Randy Robertson and so forth. So it's actually nice, but when this is all said and done, I'm just hoping we're going to have an interesting progression, especially with the cliffhanger. We know Norman's, of course, is also being haunted with his own version of the Gwen Stacy avatar. We know coming up the Goblin Queen is returning, as well as the Hobgoblin. So it should seem very interesting how this all pans out. But as a standalone issue and a crossover that kind of moves things forward, it's not a bad issue. So I'm definitely going to give it a B. It's not bad, folks. Not bad at all. And on that note, guys, we better get ready here, because as we move into October, we have to get ready because, yes, the Hobgoblin is coming. And oh, yes, Dark Web is coming. What's going to happen? What did Peter do? Why can't they tell us? Who exactly is Paul? And all this other stuff. I know my old buddy Chi-Town is definitely wondering more on what is going on with that storyline. Don't worry, Pete. I got your back, man. I'm on you, too. We got to do it. We got to do it. We have to believe in Peter and Mary Jane, and it's going to happen. So we'll go from there. And on that note, guys, I think I'm out of here for a couple weeks, so I'll go ahead and check us all out at the SpidermanCrawlspace.com for plenty of news, podcasts, and more. I even got a little update, too, recently here with Ron Friends on my own podcast. Definitely check it out for some amazing times with our good old buddy Ron Friends from Spider-Man and Spider-Girl. And for more information, guys, definitely check us out at the Crawl Space or our social media. And I'll see everybody later.